What's going on, fellas? Myron Head here with Men's Power Connect. Hey, and welcome back to another edition of the Friday Five, where we equip, engage, and we challenge men just to be all that God has called them to be. Now, if you're tuning in for the first time, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, and make sure you lock in with us every week as we take 5 minutes, maybe a little less than 5, just to sharpen one another in our journey of faith in Christ. Happy Resurrection Weekend and happy Good Friday. Today's focus is real simple. How does the resurrection of Jesus define our understanding of death? Let's take a look at what Paul says in 1 Corinthians 15:19. If in Christ we have hope in this life only, we are all people most to be pitied. In just a few days, believers around the world are going to celebrate the resurrection. Not just the most significant event in Christianity, but I would venture to say the most important event in human history, period. Because it answers the question that every man, whether he wants to admit it or not, has to wrestle with. What happens when I die? I had a conversation a few years back with an older gentleman. He had just lost several close friends within a few months' time. And he looked me in the eye and he said, Myron, I'm starting to feel my mortality. That really stuck with me. You know, as men, we often think of ourselves as indestructible. We take the pressure, we roll with the punches, and we just keep showing up. But there comes a moment when reality hits. We won't be here forever. No matter who you are, life comes with an expiration date. And fellas, it's coming. The Apostle Paul, he knew this. That's why in 1 Corinthians 15, he leaned straight into the fear we try to bury. If there's no resurrection, then go ahead, hustle, grind, chase the bag, live for now, because that's all there is to it. But if Jesus rose from the dead, and I believe he did, then this life is just a warm-up. The real story, it starts after the credits roll on your life. The resurrection, it changes everything. Because Jesus got up from the grave, we don't have to live afraid of death. We don't have to pretend this life is all we got. And we don't have to chase significance in things that just won't last. Instead, we can live with purpose. We grind differently. We serve, we love, we lead, we sacrifice, and forgive. Not because it feels good, but because eternity is real. When you believe Jesus rose, you stop living like death is the end. Success doesn't puff you up, it points you back to God. And suffering doesn't crush you, it reminds you that we have something better that is to come. The world may give you a few wins, some scars, and even a handful of good memories. But for those who believe in Jesus, what's next is better than anything we could ask or even imagine. So here's your challenge, brothers. Live like the resurrection matters. Don't just celebrate it this weekend, but build your life on it. Make decisions that matter in light of eternity and not in light of the moment. Lead your family with courage. Stand for truth, even when it costs you something. And when death comes knocking, look it square in the eye, knowing it's already been defeated by Christ on the cross. Because Jesus didn't stay in the grave, neither will we. Man, I hope this fuels your faith for the weekend. And if this resonates with you, do me a favor. Share this episode with another brother who needs to hear these truths. And as always, stay locked in, stay encouraged, and remember, Jesus, he is alive. Death, it's been defeated. And your story isn't over. I'm Myron Head, and this has been your Friday Five. Stay strong, fellas. Hey, happy Resurrection Weekend. Grace and peace.